Okay, if you're looking to build a pipeline of buyers for your business,
Why pay money to those national companies?
and you know who I mean.
Yes, I do, and we're talking lots of money.
That's right, we are talking free leads, sir.
Make sure you register for our webinar on September 9th at 2:30.
Email us and we'll send you the information. My name is Peter Wright.
And I'm Tom Beck, and welcome to the Real Estate Radio Network in St. Louis. All right, first, some new guidelines and some rule changes. So when can you buy again after experiencing a short sale, a foreclosure, or a bankruptcy?
We're going to review all of those guidelines and those new changes in today's show.
As of August 16th, it is now 4 years before a buyer can repurchase again using conventional financing regardless of the size of the down payment.
It's 3 years before a buyer can repurchase again using FHA financing, and that can be reduced down to 1 year if the buyer's experienced an economic event. An economic event, Tom, would be a loss of a job or at least 20% reduction in their income.
It's only 2 years before a buyer can repurchase again using VA financing, which again is for veterans.
Okay, here are the current waiting periods for a buyer who had a prior foreclosure and wants to use either conventional FHA or VA financing.
Well, it's now 7 long years before a buyer can repurchase again using conventional financing.
It is 3 years before a buyer can repurchase again using FHA financing, and for those veterans out there, just 2 years before the veteran can repurchase again.
Well, Peter, what about bankruptcies?
Well, that's interesting because there's different types of bankruptcies, and the time frames for rebuying again depend on the type of bankruptcy that was filed.
So here are the current waiting periods for a buyer who had a prior bankruptcy and wants to use either conventional, FHA, or VA financing. On conventional financing, for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, it is 4 years and just 2 years for a Chapter 13 bankruptcy before a buyer can repurchase again using conventional financing.
And FHA is a little bit more lenient than that. A Chapter 7 is 2 years and just 1 year for a Chapter 13 before a buyer can repurchase again using FHA financing. What about a VA loan, Tom?
Well, Peter, it would be 2 years for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy and 1 year for a Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
Okay, so lots of information on today's show, lots of time frames and new guidelines and new rules. Hopefully that has been helpful for you. Make sure you share forward and post this information, and you can do that right down here.
And if you like the information and are not subscribed to our weekly video and news blogs, well, you can do that now and do it right over there.
Also, want to learn how we got 23 buyer leads in less than 90 days?
Without it costing us a dime. That's free leads.
Gotta love those free leads. Check out this webinar. It's coming your way Tuesday, 9th of September at 2:30.
Just shoot us an email and we'll send you the information. And we'll see you next week.